Me say me no bang no water come ya. You hear me? Me say me no bang no water come ya. A the butterfly me take. You see? We no have no canoe for roll like the Colinago people. So now, what we have to do? I take the little butterfly and come in. And we safe too. Me have to tell the pilot, thank you very much. The ride me so smooth and make up me eye tight. When me land, me couldn't believe that me no had no fright. Me say me no bang no water come here. And the butterfly me take. Hello, I am Sharmen Greenaway, and I'm author of a number of books. The book I'm going to talk about today is A Traveler's Guide to Montserrat English. So, why did I focus on Montserrat English? So, over the last 25 years, 25 years, Montserrat has seen, drastic changes, in the lifestyle of its people, the type of people who are on the island, i.e., people from different Caribbean islands with different accents, different languages, different tones. And what I noticed is that after a while, my accent, for instance, was changing, and I was no longer actually actively talking the dialect. I mean, I lived in England for a little while, and of course, I started talking the Queen's English and forgetting my dialect. And I found also that when I tried to talk the dialect, I no longer sounded the way I sounded before, and I'm struggling. So anyway, what I decided to do is to put the Montserrat dialect, or what we call Montserrat English, in the written form in a book, which has never been done before. And to make it useful, rather than just be a keepsake, it's also a keepsake, but rather than just have it sitting there on your shelf, I decided to make it useful for people who are coming to visit Montserrat. For tourists or people who are coming to live, we have migration of people all the time, people coming in, people going out. And as a keepsake, a number of our children were born outside of Montserrat in the diaspora, in England, in the United States, other parts of the Caribbean, and some of those children, they have heard the Montserrat dialect, but they cannot speak it. They do understand it. Some of them make fun of it. However, we don't want to lose the Montserrat dialect in its natural form. We know culture evolves all the time, and part of the development is a change, a shift in culture. However, we do not want to lose our real culture. Okay, although we are changing, we are evolving, we're developing, there are some things we want to hold on to. One of them is our language. And the honest truth is, as you heard me at the beginning, I find the Montserrat dialect to be so much fun. Playing around with it, I play around with it on Facebook, I write poems, I write stories around the Montserrat dialect, and it's really, really fun, So this Montserrat, a Traveler's Guide to Montserrat Dialect, is a piece of work that I had been doing since 2009, and I completed this book 2 years ago. And the initial one, which has the Montserrat map on the cover, that is in an ebook on Amazon, while the other one, which is the revised version, which is what I'm holding in my hand, it is in paperback. Okay, so you won't get this one in paperback. You'll get the one with the map of Montserrat on it. Let me tell you a little bit more about Montserrat dialect. So the people of Montserrat, believe it or not, they are very proud of their cultural heritage. Of course, as we all know, as we Caribbeans, we are all of African descent, and for Montserratians, it is thought that our dialect, it can be, Afro-Irish, so some of it from our African ancestry, while another part of it can be from our Irish ancestry, and it's all mixed up because some of the words can be identified in certain countries of Africa, while others, not so sure, it might just be broken down English combined with a little African somehow. So as much as our dialect is important to us, the Montserrat people, our dialect have been confused sometimes with the Jamaican dialect, but it is different. There's some words that might sound similar, but if you listen keenly, you can clearly identify the difference between the Montserrat dialect and the Jamaican dialect. And so, although there are comparisons, they're totally different. And we know the Jamaicans are very proud of their dialect, and so we Montserratians are also proud of our dialect. Our accent, very unique. It is very unique. And when you hear a Montserratian speaking to a fellow Montserratian, sometimes you might not even understand what they're saying, although at times if you speak to a Montserratian on her own, on his or her own, and they are trying to make you understand what they're saying, but they're speaking dialect, they might mix it up with the English language a little bit. But two Montserratians speaking, having a dialogue between each other, sometimes it is difficult to understand. And so this project that I started off with, this initial book, Montserrat Dialect, Montserrat English, The Traveler's Guide to Montserrat Dialect or Montserrat English, is a piece of work that I intend to take further, and my next volume will just include words, translations, phrases of Montserrat dialect. This dialect was aired in a song by the Mighty Arrow in the past, and there's some words that have become passwords. So you could hear somebody say something like, "Give me libitwaya yet day," "Give me libitwaya yet day," and then you ask, "What do you mean?" He's saying, "Give me some of what you're eating." Simple as that. Take 'em up. Meaning in English, take it up. Put 'em down. Easy one. Put it down. A yummy barn, a yummy rear. I was born here. I was raised here. Simple things. So, as I say, the Montserrat dialect is foreign, and we are trying to hold on to it. And I encourage each person to get a copy of the book. for keepsake.